Hello and welcome to another Beadie Monday. I'm so sorry for the late upload. I honestly don't have a good excuse. Me and my boyfriend have been addicted to the Pokemon Go app, and it's just so fun in our town. Everybody gathers like pretty close to our house and just collects them all night. Like we were up until 5 a.m. last night. So I'm so sorry for the late upload, but here we go. If you don't know what Beadie Monday is, it's when each Monday I take something, a Beadie creation from this box. I'm currently looking, but I will not be looking when I pick one. Take one random one to redo, or if it's a newer one, I just show you how to do it. This one was actually from a past Beadie Monday. This is a sushi. And yeah, you can see everything that's in this box in my Beadie creations video. And now let's get into it. I'm officially not looking anymore. I have nothing to gain from cheating for this. I'm just mixing them up right now. But I have nothing to gain from cheating. Otherwise, if I cared which one I did when, I would just put up a video then. Okay, so let's try this. Now we skip holidays, and all the candy stores would be in one video. This is the one I had, I believe. This is Garfield. Okay, so let's get into Garfield. And then you can also use sea beads. This is the string that I use. I always recommend this string or a brand like it. The basic thing I recommend when I do my pony bead creations is this flat plastic string. We're going to cut a decent amount. Whatever you end up cutting, you're only going to have half to work with. Once you've cut your length, you're just going to put your two ends together. Go to the other side. You'll see like a loop formed here. Now you can let go of the ends. You're going to make sure that these are flat on top of each other, not all tangled. And you're going to do this knot. So you're going to do that. And then you can use this as a keychain or hang it up from somewhere, or we can remove it after the first row is completed. Start by picking up one of your strings, making sure that it's not twisted all the way down. And we're going to just add our first row of beads. Going to add 2 blacks, an orange, and 2 more blacks. Now we're going to slide them all the way down to the knot. Now you're going to pick up your other side, making sure it's not tangled. Now put your right string through all of the beads on your left. Now your bead should be on both strings like this, and you're going to pull tight. So now we're going to add the ears. This is our first Beadie Monday that has ears, arms, and a tail. In orange, take one side at a time. So you're just going to let that drop down. And now take your string and go back through the last bead in that row. So like this. And you're going to pull it tight. And now your ear sits nicely up there. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Take your string, take an orange bead through the last bead, and pull tight. And there's our ears. Now the rows are exactly the same as the first, minus the ears, until we get to the arms. So I will show you what to do with the arms when we get there, but from now I'm just going to show you what you would need for each of these. For the next row, you will need orange, right, 2 oranges, a right, and another orange. You should be at this point now. For the next row, you will need a black, 2 yellow, a pink, 2 yellow, and a black. You should be at this point now. For the next row, you will need an orange, 4 yellows, and an orange. This is where you should be at. For the next row, you will need black, orange, and black. Now you should be at this point, and we're ready to do the arms. To do the arms, we're going to do one side at a time. So take one string, going to put a black. You can let that go all the way down. Now we're going to do an orange, a black, and 4 more oranges. Now we're going to go down, so you should be like this. Skip the first 3 beads and go through the rest. Make sure that you are tightly against the beadie, otherwise the arms will not be against the body. Now you're going to do that on this side too. Now you should be at this point. For the next row, you need 5 oranges. You should look like this. For the next row, you need a black, 3 oranges, and a black. You should be at this point. For the next row, you will need 6 orange, and this is what you should look like. For the next row, you need 1 black, 4 orange, and a black. And now this is what you should be at. For the next row, you will need 5 orange, and this is where you should be at. For the 2 legs, we'll be doing it the exact same way as the arms. There's 1 leg, and there's the other leg. Now we have 1 more row before the tail. For this row, we need a black, 2 oranges, and a black. This is where you should be at. And now we're going to do the tail and finish it up. There's a few ways to do the tail. There's quite a bit of ways to do the tail. So the best way that I'm going to do it right now is just to take each side of my string, skip the bead that is coming out of, and go through just the next bead on both sides. So I'm starting on my right side, so I'm just doing that. And you'll be able to see it on the bottom here as opposed to my other beadies, but it's the best way that I can figure out how to do it right now for all you. It's a little bit different than what I did with my other one. Like I said, there's a bunch of ways that you can do the tail. So I'm doing the same thing on this side. I'm skipping the bead that is coming out of and going through the next bead and pulling that out. Now you should be right in the middle of the 2 orange. So we're just going to take 1 bead at a time and do it just like how we did with all the others. So starting with that black bead, you're going to put it on your left side and take your right side and put it through just like we did all of the rows and pull it tight. So now it should be sitting there, and we're just going to keep that going. So now we're doing an orange, then we're going to do a black and an orange, and so on. I'm going to stop there. Play along with how long or short you want your tail to be. At this point, we're going to finish it off. Taking each side, we're going to trim it at an angle. So now you're going to do that to each side, and you see this side is coming out of your last bead on your right. Going to put it through the last bead in the next row. And just pull that tight. You see this slowly reinforcing the whole thing. So you're going to do that for both sides all the way up. Once you get to the end of the tail here, try to snake it through here, and then all the way through. Don't do the legs and arms, those are already good. Just snake it through all of the rows. And then once you get to the top, you just snip it off. Now you're going to take a black Sharpie and just add a little dot on the right beads. That will add the pupils to the eyes. And you can turn it around and add a right dot on this side too. Thanks for watching.